You're like a little, like a blanket slug.
Get out.
No. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another day of the video diary. How's it going today? I don't really have all that much to report, to be honest with you. We've had quite a lazy day today, as you can tell from the clip prior to this. But we've both been feeling like a little bit ill and under the weather at the moment. So, like, we woke up this morning, and I woke up yesterday and I was feeling like kind of coldy. Somehow I've managed to pick up Freshers flu, having not gone to Freshers. I don't feel like, well, too coldy. I kind of feel like, you know, when it's the back of your throat feels like just a bit thick and gloopy, I guess. There's nothing there, but it feels like that, and it's just horrible. I'm kind of having that where, like, it's difficult to swallow and all that kind of stuff, so I'm actually going out now to try and find some like soothers and stuff. So in classic Jamie style, I'm going out to try and find where I can get it the cheapest. Tesco's quite cheap. I'm going to see what Sainsbury's is like at the bottom. But Laura's also woke up like that, so we kind of had like a really lazy beginning of the day. Like, showered and had breakfast, and then we just lay in bed watching Saturday Kitchen, because it's a Sunday and that's what you do every Sunday. And we literally sat watching the whole thing, and then we were like, right, okay, well, let's start getting ready and go to swimming, because we normally go swimming on a Saturday at about 12ish. And then as Laura was getting ready, I was like, "Oh, babe, you don't look very well. Are you sure you want to go swimming?" She's like, "No, I don't want to go swimming, but if we don't go, then we won't go again." I know we will go again. It's silly going swimming when we're ill. Like, I don't feel great. Like, I could probably do it. Like, Laura seems to be a little bit harder hit than I do, which is weird considering I had the cold first. So yeah, we decided not to go swimming, so we kind of just like lay around the house, watching more TV, just kind of relaxing. I've been working on my Surface a bit today, sorting out like software-y stuff, which I'll talk to you about in a minute, I guess, because something to talk about, innit, lol. So, just got some hauls, and I'm now going to head up here and get some soothers, although I think I'm being watched from the other side of the road. It's kind of awkward. But they aren't on this side of the road, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, we headed out for a walk, came back, and we just kind of chilled out a little bit more. We've just had dinner, which was like lamb chops, and like veg and stuff. It was really nice. Good old mint sauce. I haven't had mint sauce in ages. But yeah, apart from that, I just thought I'd head on out for sweets and stuff to try and soothe my throat, and then I'd head back and end the vlog. I'm trying to end the vlog early so that I can get into the habit again of rendering it before I go to sleep, getting it uploaded and all that kind of stuff. And obviously that's relatively awkward while I'm sharing a living room and bedroom with Laura. So I'm just trying to force myself to get into the habit of rendering, uploading, do descriptions, replying to comments before I go to bed. Otherwise, I've been kind of smug recently, because I'm all set to go back to university. I've got Visual Studio set up, I've got like my version control on Visual Studio Online all set up, I've got build set up, and then I realised, hold on, universities hate Visual Studio, they hate Microsoft in every single which way. We're not going to do any C#, it's going to be Java and C. The problem with Java and C is that it's a pain. Like, I was trying to figure out a way, basically, because I'm now no longer in the world of Visual Studio, although you can do C in Visual Studio, and I've actually downloaded a tool so that I can do Java in Visual Studio as well. But, like, doing things like version controlling code and syncing it between two different laptops is a bit of a bitch. When it comes to things like C and Java, because like, yeah, you can get like a local Git repositories and stuff, but then local Git repositories are huge if you want to put them in things like Google Drive, and Google Drive struggles to sync them sometimes, which isn't very good at all. So it's kind of annoying, like trying to sync code between two different computers while keeping a version control system alive. Up until about like 3 o'clock this afternoon, I was all chuffed with myself, like, oh yeah, it's fine. Visual Studio's all set up with everything I need. Visual Studio Online is going to source control all of my code. It's going to be brilliant. If I move computer, I can literally just log into my Visual Studio account and download everything and run it, and it works. Because obviously my final year project is in that. And I'm like, oh no, C and F and fucking Java are going to kick me in the balls. So I was looking into the best possible way of sorting that kind of stuff out. I can still use Visual Studio Online, and it looks like that's what I'm going to be doing, because it looks like it's most likely going to be better for me to either try and use Visual Studio to do things like Java and C, which kind of work. It does kind of work for those kind of things, although it may be a little bit fiddly to start with. I obviously haven't tried it yet. or use things like a text editor and then use Visual Studio and just open Visual Studio, check everything into version control and all that kind of stuff, instead of hosting code in Google Drive, because it's not very good at it, to be fair. It tries its best, but it's not very good. So yeah, that's been the thing I've been trying to deal with today. I'm hoping Visual Studio, because Visual Studio is by far the best IDE ever, I'm hoping that it's quite good at Java and stuff, because I never got on with Eclipse and NetBeans and all that kind of crap, but I really got on with Visual Studio, so I'm hoping that that's a good way around of it. I also tried to set up things like linters in Atom, which is my text editor, but I couldn't get them to work for C, probably because you need to install fucking GCC or whatever it is. But to be honest with you, if I'm doing a lot of C stuff, I may remote into uni and do it, assuming I've got internet. That's the only problem, though, you've got to have internet. But anyway, but yeah, so that's kind of something I've been trying to deal with as well today. I think, like I say, I'm just going to live in the beautiful world of Visual Studio Online, where everything's nice. I'm really not a fan of Git. I try to like it, but I don't. I'm saying that I have applied for the Git student pack, where you can have private repositories online, 5 of them at least. So when that gets cleared, it's probably going to be easier to use things like a text editor with inbuilt Git integration and all that kind of crap, assuming I can get it to pass and maybe step through C, but I don't know. Who knows, man? I need to install a C compiler. I fucking hate C. Anyway, yeah, we're going to head back now. I'm going to render you out, get you uploaded, get you all that kind of stuff out, and Laura's been trying to figure out like what she wants to watch this evening, so we're just going to chill. We're going to have an early night, because tomorrow is day 1 of commuting to Bath, so I'll talk about stuff like that tomorrow as well. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I will catch you later.